Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're digging into something called association rule mining, or ARM for short.
That's right.
Now, basically, ARM is about finding those hidden connections in data. You know, the classic people who buy bread also tend to buy milk kind of thing.
Exactly. The market basket analysis example.
Right. And we see it used all over online shopping recommendations, spotting weird patterns in healthcare data, even in finance for fraud detection.
Yeah, it's been foundational. But, the traditional ways of doing ARM, algorithms like a priori or FP growth, they mostly just count how often things show up together.
Just frequency.
Just frequency, pretty much.
Right.
And that causes problems. They're not great at handling uncertainty, like how sure are we about that connection?
Okay.
And picking the right frequency threshold is tricky, often needing a lot of expertise. Plus, they can easily miss really interesting, maybe rare patterns because they just don't happen often enough to meet those counts.
So those traditional tools have kind of hit their limits then. What comes next? Are we just tweaking them or is something fundamentally different emerging?
Oh, it's definitely more fundamental. That's what we're exploring today for newer approaches that really change the game.
Okay, lay 'em on us.
Well, there were two based on advanced probability models, Gaussian process ARM, that's GPA, and Bayesian ARM, or BARM.
Got it. Probabilistic.
And then two that use really smart search methods, multi-armed bandit-based ARM, MAB ARM, and reinforcement learning-based ARM, RLAR. These aren't just small updates, they're a big shift.
Right. Let's unpack BARM first. You mentioned uncertainty. How does BARM give us a clearer picture than just, counting?
Well, with BARM, instead of just one number saying how strong a rule is, you get like a whole distribution. Think of it as a confidence map.
A map.
Yeah, showing all the possible strengths and how likely each one is. So you really grasp the reliability of an association. It lets you understand the risk involved, which is huge for decision making.
That makes sense. Knowing the risk, not just the occurrence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And another really powerful thing about BARM is you can build in what you already know, your domain expertise, right into the process using its Bayesian approach.
Okay, incorporating existing knowledge sounds powerful. But what about totally new stuff, like new products showing up? Does any method handle that without starting over?
Ah, that's where GPR comes in.
Ah,
It's pretty clever.
how so?
GPR looks at item features. So instead of just bread, it might see baked good, carb, medium price. It models how these features co-occur using Gaussian processes.
Features, not just items. Interesting.
Yeah. And because of that, it can actually infer rules for new items it hasn't seen before based on their features without retraining the whole model.
Wow, okay. So a new product appears and
Yeah.
GPR can sort of predict potential links based on what it is. That's pretty neat. But I think you hinted earlier, there's a catch.
There's a practical side, yeah. GPR needs a lot of computational power.
Ah.
So realistically, it's most feasible right now for data sets with maybe around 15 items or fewer. Great for specific problems, but maybe not for massive inventories.
Right, okay. So specialized but powerful in that space. Now, what about the other two, MAB-ARM and RLAR? You said they use smart search. How do they find those unexpected links?
Think about those surprising connections, like that old retail legend, beer and diapers.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
Traditional methods might miss that because, well, it's not that common overall. But MapArm and RLAR are designed differently. They actively hunt for valuable rules, even rare ones.
Hunt. Like they learn where to look.
Exactly. They use these adaptive strategies, almost like learning the best path to find treasure. They learn policies to discover high-quality rules more efficiently, zeroing in on complex or rare patterns that simple counting just overlooks.
So they're smarter about how they search the data, not just what they count.
Precisely. They dig deeper for those nuanced relationships.
Okay, so we've covered a lot, moving from simple counts to, well, probability maps with BARM, feature-based predictions with GPR, and these intelligent searches with MAB and RLAR. What's the big takeaway for you listening?
It really represents a significant shift, doesn't it? Understanding uncertainty, using features, searching adaptively.
Yeah, it feels like a more sophisticated way of understanding connections. So here's a thought to leave you with. How might thinking about these connections probabilistically, acknowledging that uncertainty, change how you look at information or find insights in whatever field you're in? It's about looking beyond just what happens most often to find what's really significant, maybe even something that's been hiding there all along.